It feels very odd to be recording this early in the morning, but... Well, I'm awake. Might as well record something. Now, I will note before I start playing this that I'm still very new to Town of Salem 2. This is actually only my second game, when I basically jump into it here. There's also been an update for this game. And we're currently in patch 1.5.01. And this basically changed a few things in patch 1.5 here. It added a new role, new suballiance, stuff like that. A new mode called casual. And other stuff. Now, I guess before I begin, I actually noted in my explore video that there's some issues with this game. I'll note that a lot of it boils down to the fact that the developers of the game that are currently developing it are not the same as the original developers, and they rubbed a few people I think the wrong way and haven't really managed to the best of players' expectations. But whatever. I still want to play this game because I do believe there is some charm to it, so there is that. Now, I'll note that for the past few weeks, there's been some changing things here. These are something called all any fools and true all any. Those are basically special all any's that are basically happening. I'm just gonna be playing the regular all any if I do that, but we'll start casual here. So basically on the right here, you can see a list of stuff you might be rolling from. Basically how casual is different from the other stuff is that you basically have set lists of things, and you'll basically have a set list of characters that can pop up. Now, I have watched a whole lot of YouTube, by the way, to try and get a grasp of how to play this game. Not much more to say than that, though. And you can see you move around, by the way. I guess at this point in time, by the way, it's not too busy on the servers, so I guess it's kind of expected that there's so few people here right now. I don't know what rat means. Alright, well, here we go. So yeah, basically have 20 seconds to vote on a list here. Blood and Belief, Blind Souls, Catalyst, which more. They all have different modifiers, so grace periods, which basically means no one can attack for the first night. Secret Killers. 4 Horsemen. Right now it looks like Blood and Belief is winning. Alright, so to others you approach John. Basically your role is Illusionist. So actually going to be a bad guy this time around. It's kind of bad I keep getting these roles that are kind of hard to play with, but oh well. So basically over here you can see like a role list. These are like the only characters that can basically exist in the game. So you have like, you know, 5 evil characters in like 10 like town. Alright, so basically they say lies, so I was going to claim deputy. So TPC me now. 9-11 are enemies. So unlike with like last time, I actually have to like do like a claim here. And the idea is basically you have to sort of like write out who like, you know, the liars and like, you know, the true people basically are. You can have this. So you have like one seer here, by the way. So this guy says, what's going on? He's basically on trial right now. You're supposed to defend yourself, by the way, but whatever. You say he's seer. We're gonna guilty this guy. Now, this guy claimed new, but you know, it's too bad if he basically is, but oh well. So he really was seer, but oh well. So apparently he's going to indoctrinate Mr. Bisser. This guy's basically a cultist who can basically convert the town to his side, or our side rather. Yep, that's pretty much how it works. I should probably note that over here you can see, like, you know, the tricks we've been doing. You can see like who the Medusa's been going after, who's been knighted. So Lesbian Vampire was killed last night. She was a bodyguard. That's a poor person to knife, by the way, but oh well. And apparently she didn't kill anyone, so that sucks for her. So the tracker apparently noted that Lesbian Vamp basically visited Lesbian Vampire. He knows that like 1 in 15 are enemies. This guy knows he's attacked him, say, by barrier. Probably remind him to actually vote on this, by the way. So we're going to have 15 here, by the way, because, like, you know, one of the TIs basically claimed that this guy's, like, you know, opposed to each other. Our cult is disconnected and reconnected, so that's annoying. Well, some say guilty, so guilty. It's in my interest to serve guilty people like this, right? So... Now, note, by the way, if I want to, I can actually go over here and, like, start crossing this stuff out. So far we've lost, like, you know... Oh, there's a vampire dead. We crossed out maybe, like, you know, protective. And an investigator. I should probably explain my role here a little bit, by the way. Basically, I'm a guy who, like, protects my, like, you know, fellow Coven by making him look innocent. So if a sheriff or investigator basically looks at him, they'll basically note that the, you know, that character is basically, like Town, when they're not. Or, like, if they kind of make murders and stuff like that, they'll, like, you know, appear as, like, you know, not murdering. I have infinite charges, so I can basically do as many times as I want to. And, you know, there's lots of benefits to being an illusionist for my Coven friends. So no one died last night, I guess. Lucky them. We're probably going to try and up 11 here. So now this guy's being upped. You blocked vampire attack last night. I'm going to vote innocent to this. That might out me as, like, being Coven, but... Why was the executioner gone? So the executioner is actually going after 14 there. Now, will anyone notice that, I wonder? Oh, I got killed by Vigilante. Probably because I wasn't saying anything. Well, here's like your first time being dead. So basically when you're dead, like, you know, your body basically appears there. So James Russell is basically the seer. That's another one of these guys basically gone. And I can read what who Stone basically is, by the way, because, like, you know, I'm on the, you know, Coven team. Spitting his vampire. Now, unfortunately, I can't tell who the vampire basically originally was because, you know, they were converted from something else, so whatever. And, of course, I'm Illusionist. I'm probably, you know, Coven here, so... Cross this out. Wonder who's still here basically. So these two have disconnected, but these guys are still here. So 13's basically the Vigi by the way here. I was a little bit weak. Sure, probably like noted a little bit, but whatever. There's something you can do when you're dead, by the way, but whatever. I will note, by the way, I could actually like leave here, but we'll just keep watching this to see, like, you know, how this basically unfolds. Yep, one of the stone is like TI. There's, if you see great chat is from a dead person. Eleven is vampire, but whatever. There could still be a vampire basically in game, by the way, because when it basically happens is, like, you know, when a vampire bites you, they'll basically convert town to, like, you know, vampire or kill, like, you know, evils. And they're upping right-click the Medusa here. Unfortunately, at the point where, like, you know, this guy really can't claim to be, like, a TP because too many TP slots. Or too many, like, you know, TPs that, like, could be here. So there goes Medusa. That's another common Coven gone. So there goes our Medusa. So at this point, it's just the one person, the cultist, left. Now, note that basically 40 is, like, you know, custom games. It usually seem to be very stacked in, like, you know, the sense that town usually has a good chance of winning. You have to like be very good liars for, like, you know, this to be pulled off for this. So yeah, they absorbed the vampire attack. I'm pretty sure the only evil left is the cultist, so 2. And he's left, so that should probably be it. There's no more evils in game, town wins. There's a loss for us, but oh well. Just lost game. Play 2 games, get serial killer, cleric, sheriff, less scrolls. I'm not sure this really comes to me, but you know, whatever. Lobby will end in like a couple minutes, so. That was basically a casual game. Now I will note basically because I'm a free player, you only get like so many like these free games basically like sort of work with. If you basically buy like, you know, D2 Town, you basically get unlimited games. But I mean, well, being a free player just means like, you know, I get like a certain amount of like, you know, games to play before I run out of keys. That's what that's all about. Basically in this game, this is like a free to play game, but they do like, you know, have some monetization via like, you know, buying stuff from the Cauldron. So basically pay like 5 USD, you basically get access to like, you know, the Cauldron, limited games, some town points, exclusive items, the pet. And it's probably worth supporting a game if like, you know, you're interested in playing it, but whatever. Let's just see if it's like, you know, it loads up in Steam here. So you can basically buy this through Steam if you want to. Alright, well, I probably should have done this last time, but anyways, they've actually updated the roles, like the guides and rules and everything else in here, by the way. So you got tutorial now, which is actually nice. Info, roles. So basically go over like the rules we basically have like there. We have like, you know, from like the Coven side, the Illusionist, which is basically me. Basically cast illusions on Coven Knight to make him appear innocent. That wasn't too beneficial this game because there's really no like, you know, TIs that really like, you know, they're really fool here. So I couldn't really like, you know, make us like the series like, you know, ooh, this guy's like wrong. We had a Medusa who basically does Stone Gaze. The idea of like Stone Gaze is it basically like, you know, makes it so like you can't read the last will of like the player or know the role. And we also had access to the Cultist, who is basically like a new character. Basically like, you know, converts like a town to like their faction. So, you know, that's just what it is. There's also Trickster. He was basically on our side, but, you know, he was originally town. Basically places magic mirrors on people and he basically absorbs attacks and he like unleashes them on people. And there's all a lot of other stuff there, like, you know, we had some seers. They're basically a town investigative. Basically, they like, you know, try and determine if like, you know, people are like, you know, friends or enemies. We have some bodyguards there. They just like, you know, protect people. So you can basically like guard targets, so they basically like, you know, are protected from their attack. And you basically kill yourself doing so, but you know, you basically unleash a powerful attack against the evildoer. Now technically I could fool the bodyguards with the Illusionist role, because if you basically like, you know, illusion like say like a Medusa while they got the book and attack, they'll actually like, you know, bypass this guy. We also had a Monarch. The idea of like the Monarch is that basically they knight people so they get like, you know, permanent extra votes. And Monarch will actually gain basic defense while the knight player is basically alive. I'm not sure how many rolls there was there, but you know, oh well. Alright, well, that's it for this like, you know, reintroduction to Town of Salem 2. Honestly, not the best player by the way, so like, you know, not really trying much and probably, you know, should be doing a little bit more, but whatever. There's also a good point of like, you know, just trying to learn the game by looking at it, so there is that. Alright, we'll go to the next one. Take care.